is priceless, because they can take away everything else, but those type of experiences are incredibly valuable and they'll stick with you for a lifetime. And that's something we can all get out of Growth Week. If we approach it correctly and really get involved in what is going on this week, you'll get a lot out of it. Valuable things that will change your life. And why I like it, because this is more than just things that you'll benefit for your career. I think these are some of the skills and experiences you can take in life in general and really transform your life in any direction that you go through. So this is just a brief outline of what I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover what Growth Week has to offer towards individual success and your team success as well. Because again, on a personal level, there's so many things that you can get out of this week that will really change your success here in Cargurus, but also as a team on a whole basis as well. Collectively as a team, we can achieve so much more from getting necessary skills out of Growth Week. Tapping into the growth mindset of being ready for growth. It's one thing just being here and being present, but you actually need to be here, be actively involved. And there's a lot of times where we're just in the place, and you can be in the right place at the right time, but if you're not mentally prepared and you're not actually ready for the opportunity, it's just going to pass you by. And ultimately, that's time you've wasted. And everybody's taking their time. You guys have registered for a lot of what's going to be going on. Really be involved. If anything I say speaks to anybody, if anything that is said this week speaks to anybody, write it down, go home and think about it, and really take inventory of what is going on and the new information that you take in. And setting yourself up for more success and how investing in yourself now by the level of engagement you put into Growth Week will lead to success. I'll go into a small concept in a couple of slides. It's the concept of sacrificing the present for the future. And it's something I've learned recently, and it's incredibly powerful. Developing winning habits and getting into the success zone. And that's one thing I'm really excited about, so I'll go into that as well. And then we have a motto in what I do in terms of my public speaking. It's called be more, do more, and have more. That's a slogan. And I really believe if you can become more in your life, you can do more, and ultimately you'll have more. And we get, in life in general, what you get paid on is based on the value that you provide. So if you become more valuable, you can have more value to give, and ultimately you can earn more. And it can give you a lot more things. Just imagine how your life could be if you've got more happiness, more joy, and you can be more loving, you can be more giving. What impact does that have, not only on your career, but in your personal relationships and in your life in general? It can really transform your life. And it's about you becoming the best version of yourself. And that's something Growth Week has to offer. So when we look at it in terms of what Growth Week has to offer, I'm going to pull up these two slides and I'll go into it shortly, but I want to read it out. An opportunity to unlock hidden potential and hidden success. And then there are the 12 laws of nature, and I love this. The 12 laws of the universe. And one of the laws is basically each person will receive a series of problems, in other words, tests of initiation, for the purpose of strengthening the light within. And I've highlighted that for a specific reason. I truly believe every person has incredible talent, incredible potential, and you're created to be something special in life, every single person. And the last part is we must consider each of these tests to be a challenge and remain connected to our hearts. We are in the best position right now and at the best time to create an incredible legacy. When I got involved in this company, I realized how tough it is to get in here. So if you're here for a reason. You have incredible potential. And it shows in the results that's produced week on week, month on month, especially close to month end, when those deals are closed last minute. It shows the potential everybody has. And if you're here, I think you should be proud of yourself automatically because you're already winning. You're a winner already because it's a tough place to get in. You need to have quality. You need to have leadership qualities. You need to have success qualities and potential above all. And when I hear that we have Growth Week and the company is investing in you, investing to get that potential out, I think that's something you should look at and you should really, really take inventory of. And again, we should be proud. And I've had multiple conversations with everybody in here. I can say there's nobody here that I've had a conversation that walked away with, wow, they're not all there. Everybody, literally, right? Literally. And every single person is a resource. And I don't know what way to do it. And it's a huge credit to the management in this company. And one of the questions I frequently ask is, how do you do it? How do you get that level of leadership? How do you find a way to get the right people in here? That's something I'm still, whatever system Wendy, Susan, and the entire team have, it's absolutely incredible. And I think that's a huge round of applause for the management team and the leadership here that we should give to them firstly, if we don't mind. But it's that, because when you go across the whole team and every single team, everybody has potential, everybody has incredible talent. And I've spoken with so many people, even across the Boston office, and I came back and I'm like, I was thinking about this the whole time, and I'm like, people here are just, it's so much talent. Every person is a new book. Every person is new information that you can get and you can benefit from. And now you have that opportunity in Growth Week where you have that opportunity to see that potential. And one of the things I'm going to speak about, this is an opportunity to push your career 10 times forward. It really is. And I mentioned Spencer. I quote Spencer in this because in early April, we took on Drive. I think it was Ava, Neve, myself, and Hannah was also involved in that. And we got involved in the Drive initiative. And the whole concept of that was working on how you can improve your career. Basically, where do you want to get to and what steps can you take now? And that was remarkable because a couple of months ago when we'd done that, some of the things I talked about and I wanted to do was actually being here and doing what I'm doing here right now. So that's the type of opportunity it provides for you to really push your career forward in terms of what you do on a day-to-day and having that plan. And literally, I walked away and I was like, I don't know, whatever way Spencer did it was genius. And I love it because it was like, you ask certain questions that you thought you knew already, and then you get new answers. Because I came in here and I'm thinking, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I know where I want to be. And walking away from that, I was like, wow, I actually had no steps towards getting there. I just had a plan, and I just wanted to do something, but I didn't know how to. So, and I think throughout the entire Growth Week, you'll find some way of being able to trace those steps, find out what your goal is, and discover a plan for yourself. I think that is something worth pursuing. That is something worth getting involved in, to really find out what you can do here within this company. The opportunity to be more, do more, and have more. And that's golden for me, and it's key because when you become more, everybody benefits. You benefit. Your life improves. Maybe your commission improves, which is nice, and you earn more. But overall, you can actually add value to this place and you can leave an incredible legacy when you leave here. And we've seen some people who have, and some of the words that are spoken about them is incredible. That's the way I'd love it to be for everybody here, to have that type of success here, and it's very, very possible. And by you making the first step of being here, I think you're already 10 times towards that. It's just showing up is half the battle. And you guys are doing that already, so which is incredible. And then as we move into it, tapping into the growth mindset. And this is really key for me. Nothing works until you do. Nothing at all. So it's not enough to just be here, but it's about taking the necessary steps that it takes. It's about being involved. It's about being engaged. And it's about doing whatever it needs to be done to get to where you want to get to. Because if you don't do that, you're just wasting your own time. And ultimately, I encourage everybody to do that. Take your professional development seriously. Again, I'm going to quote Spencer's Drive. That was about taking professional development seriously. Looking at your career for more just coming in on a day-to-day basis and getting paid, and just doing the bare minimum or just hitting your target and being satisfied with that. I was always told, the key to failure is thinking you know everything and being happy where you are. And ultimately, by being here in Drive Week, in Growth Week, one of the things I want everybody to take inventory of is looking at, okay, well, what can I do next? What else can I achieve? What can I learn? And how can I personalize this towards my own success? And ultimately, and discover that plan. And if you feel, there's a phrase I heard most recently, there are people that are well equipped for a time that no longer exists. And I'll quote it to Cargurus, you don't want to be equipped for a target that no longer exists. You want to be equipped for the growing target. So the benefit of this, and I think the win-win overall is you get to grow, you get to get more out of it. At the end of the day, everything is growing right now, right? So everything is consistently growing. Targets are growing, the company's growing, everything outside. If you look around, like technology's growing, everything's growing. And growth is the key to happiness. So you got to find a way to keep growing and keep learning. And Growth Week can be that. It doesn't take much. It really does not take much. Like 1 day can change your life. 1 year can change your life. 1 hour can change your life. If you engage it with full energy and you engage it the proper way, you will really get out of it. It's absolutely incredible what it can do for you. Be open to learning. The more you learn, the more you earn. I love that quote because learning, you have to be open. In this week, really engage it with an open mindset of looking, what more can I learn? There's so much experience, there's so much resources in this company right now that you can really utilize and take your skills to the next level and walk away so much better. So you've got to come into it with an open mindset. Be open, be willing to learn, be willing to take in new information and try it. And again, back to the first one, nothing works until you do. There's a lot of things which are going to be shared with you all this week. There's a lot of new skills, new practices that you might be able to incorporate in your day-to-day or even in your own career. And you have to actually do the work. You have to try it. Don't just break down whatever negative barriers or any previous fears that you may have and just go forward with it. And again, growth is the key to happiness. And that's the concept of life. I think, being around Mental Health Week as well, I really incorporate this. The more you grow and you're having growth in every area of your life, and you can do this. I look at it as a game. I look at life in general as a game where you can approach it and look at, okay, well, what can I do to get to the next level? What can I do to progress in this way? And the more often you do that, the more growth you have, the happier you feel. It gives you confidence. It gives you just an energy boost in general. And all of a sudden, your life begins to flourish and it begins to thrive. And that's the ultimate goal. And I think that's a lot of what is on offer this week for ourselves. And again, now when we go into developing winning habits, set goals. Define what it is. Define the final destination. There comes a point that when we've done the driver's principles, ultimately looking at what you want to do long term and then working backwards. What steps can I do to get me there? And a big part of this, I speak a lot about vision. And I think in life, if you have a vision, it gives you understanding and direction of what to do and what not to do. That will help you get towards that vision so you don't sabotage your career going forward or your vision. So I really want people to define their goal. We have the purpose tree out there, and I was reading some of it this morning, and it's incredible some of the reasons why people come here, why people want to achieve here. And the small stuff, I want money and I want things, and that's great as well. That's really, really good. But the value point is, what do you get out of it? What can you do to really transition your life and your career to the highest level? And we have that opportunity in a company that's so fastly growing and investing more and more. Like, they flew people over from the US here this week just to help give you guys information to train you on how we can actually get more out of this opportunity, how we can use it even more. And when you set those goals and you define where you want to be and what you want out of your career, it gives you steps already to how you can get there. Break it down and find a compelling reason why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you come to work? That's a question I want to ask everybody now. So you don't have to answer it to me, but answer it to yourself. Why do you come here? Find a reason that's really deep. Find something meaningful. And it really is that serious. And I think in life in general, it is that serious. Why you do anything is very important. Why do you come here? It's more than just the benefits. It's more than just the perks. It has to be something meaningful. Allow me to share mine with you. The reason I come here is because I want to create a legacy for my family. There's nobody in my family. I come from Africa, so we come from a different background. There's a lot of suffering. There's a lot of poverty involved. And I want to reach a higher level for my family so that my younger brother can see, okay, big brother did this, I can follow that. And ultimately, I set a new trend for my family. And ultimately, the money and the stuff like that is great and it's fantastic. But the opportunity to learn and grow and become better is key for me. And this is one of the best places I've been at for that, and hands down. And similar, so I want people, define what your reason is. Why do you want to come here? Why should you get involved in Growth Week? What has Growth Week got to offer for you? How can it help you get to where you want to get to? And take personal responsibility for your success. Don't blame others. It is very easy to find a reason why you're not winning, but it's the toughest thing to do and say, okay, I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to take ownership of this. If I fail, it's my fault. I need to learn, and then I'm going to be accountable for my own success. It's not about somebody else reminding you of what you do. It's not about somebody else reminding you of getting engaged in this week, but take responsibility for yourself and say, look, I'm going to get engaged because this is what I want out of it. This is what I want to do, and I can't let me down. One of our core values is integrity, and having that integrity in yourself. Integrity for me is just going home and saying, I did all that I could do today. I have done all I could do today, and I've left it all on the line. And that's what it takes to get ahead. That's what it takes to win. Define what works and what doesn't work. I read a story recently. There was a woman who, her husband passed away, and he owned a company. He owned a big company, and she's never been involved in the company at all. And when she came in, people were like, she's probably going to sell the company. She's not really going to do anything with it. And they were down in sales. Everything wasn't working, and she came in. And for 2 months straight, she just went to each department, and she only asked them, what works, what doesn't work? What works, what doesn't work? And I think we all know that personally in our own careers, because we're quite very intelligent people in this room. So define what works and what doesn't work, and just focus on what works. Get rid of what doesn't work. I think that will help you make huge steps towards your goal. Sacrifice the present for the future. And I love this. I think this is a sacrifice right now, what you're doing. Because there's so many things you could be doing right now. It's Monday, you could be planning how your day is going to go. You could be on calls right now. Some of us might have meetings. And I learned this concept a while ago: is you sacrifice the present for the future, and you reap those seeds later on. You reap the rewards of the seeds that you sow now later on. We have it when we pipeline, right? A lot of us, when you're pipelining, is you're having conversations now that might not lead to the sale now, might not lead to the deal now, but it leads to it later on. And that's ultimately what you do. When I undertook the drive training, and I quote it again, thank you, Spencer. When I undertook that, that was back in April. Look at where we are right now. And look at where I am. That was things I did then. And I took time out of my career then to really focus on the development. And that was a sacrifice that I had to make, and ultimately puts you in a better position later on. And that's it in general in terms of life. There's a lot of things that you're going to take in this week. It's tough because we live in an instant gratification society where we want everything yesterday. I want this yesterday. I want this done yesterday. And things should have been done quicker. But you really got to take inventory of that and invest in yourself now, because it's going to give you so much more down the line. And in the future, you're going to reap better rewards from what you invest into this week. And prepare yourself mentally every day, not just for this week, but every single day. It only takes 5-10 minutes to really sit down and say, okay, how am I going to approach the day? Which version of me shows up to this day? Is it going to be excited, energetic, enthusiastic, optimistic me? Or am I just going to go about it and figure out as I get along the way? Some of the most successful people have this question figured out before the day begins. They figure it out before they even leave their homes, before they even step out of bed. Take 5-10 minutes to really find out what version of you is going to show up today. Do you want the best version, or do you want a version that's going to discover along the way? The best version will discover all of that in the morning. So get yourself mentally prepared every single day. It is a great gift that you can give to yourself, and you'll find that your days will become better. You'll have a lot more progress. You'll approach challenges differently, especially when they're challenging. You'll approach it differently, and I think that is key. And finally, be persistent and stick to the plan. It's a tough one because there's a lot of variables going on, and so many things happen on a day-to-day basis. But you've got to stick to the plan. Whatever plan you discover for yourself this week in Growth Week, stick to it, work that plan, and really be persistent with it. Keep going no matter what happens. Keep going, keep trying new things. Keep being dedicated to the goal, whatever goal you set for yourself. And lastly, expect to win. You have to expect it. There's a certain energy that comes from that expectation, that belief that will give it to you. I'm quite a religious person, so there's a three phrase that I like. It's ask, believe, and receive. Ask for what you want, and don't limit it. I don't believe in limitations, and I don't see a reason why anybody should. There is no limitation other than what you set for yourself. You can do absolutely anything you want, anything at all, in this company, outside the company, wherever. You can do whatever you want. You have to ask and then believe. And somehow, some way, the universe gives it to you. I guarantee you that the more you start asking out of life and the more you start believing, the more you are going to get out of life. I'll give a short example again. When I came into this company, I seen somebody getting Guru of the Month. And I sat back and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. And the words I literally said to myself was, I want that. I'm going to get it. And then I just left it where it was. And funny enough, somehow, some way, I got it. Because you ask, believe, and receive. And I don't think I'm the most smart person. I don't think I'm the most talented person. I just work hard and I have a work ethic. But I'm really optimistic and I believe. And that belief factor alone can get you so many things out of life. It can really take you to incredible steps. But expect to win. We've been winning so far. Every person in this room has won incredibly in this company. And you can continue to win even more. So expect it, because it's what we've been doing. We've been winners. We've been winning. And so we should expect to win even more. And if we can do that, every single day, if every individual in this room and every individual in this company can do the right thing every single day, stick to your goal, work the plan day by day, I guarantee you, Cargurus will be the #1 company in the UK. We won't have competition. We will be that #1. And that's the ultimate goal. And then for yourselves, if you really do it every single day, you will be more, you will do more, and you will have more in your life, more of everything. So with all of that, let's enjoy Growth Week, and thank you very much, guys.